We're this year back with another one. So it's Tuesday now, the following Tuesday from the Monday that I was hyping up for the past couple of videos. Yeah, I kind of hoped, kind of wished that I could keep up the momentum that I had, yesterday, because I just want to stay active, get things done, seeing as it is the beginning of the week. It's a good time to, you know, get super active. Again, I'm enjoying my tea. So yeah, I sent the dude. I'm gonna call him the robotics guy. I sent the robotics guy because that's what his business card says. I'm looking at it right now. Again, here it is. You know, the robotics guy. I sent him an email yesterday and today, and he got back to me in a very sort of. It felt like it felt like a movie almost, dude. The dude just sent me place, time. That's it. What the hell? He gave me 2 hours. He said from about either 2 to 4 or 4 to 6. Yeah, he gave me 2 hours. So essentially, I have about 2 hours to just absorb the most amount of information possible from this guy. You know, I'm essentially gonna have to learn how to make these things in 2 hours. I'm up for the challenge though. I need to write down some questions for him. Like what kind of microcontrollers do I need and whatnot, because the microcontrollers that I was looking at, very costly, very costly, you know. And I'm trying to keep the pedals very cheap for the consumer, not just for me making it, but for the consumer. I like the idea of selling, a $50 pedal, you know, even though I do kind of recognize that, the companies that can do that are like huge companies, like Behringer. They can afford to do that. So, yeah, it's stuff like this that makes me realize that a lot of these boutique pedal guys, it's not that they're jacking up the price for the sake of it, they're kind of forced to. A lot of them, they're taking the piss, but then a lot of them are forced to sell at high prices because the parts that they're working with are just very expensive. I think in the case of companies like Behringer and stuff, they can, I don't know, produce their own, parts and stuff because they've got big teams. Therefore, they keep the cost down rather than buying from a supplier who's gonna, add profit onto what they're selling, you know, or add markup onto what they're selling. So yeah, a lot of Behringer and other big company stuff. Behringer is just the company that's off the top of my head right now. A lot of these companies can keep their selling prices down by doing stuff like that, producing their own stuff, making their own parts and whatnot, and basing themselves in, like, not too knowledgeable about what I'm about to say, but they base themselves in, I don't know, low economy places. I don't know. I don't know, but you probably get an idea of what I'm trying to say. Hope they're not ripping their people off, their employees off though. That's one thing about my pedal endeavor. I want it to be ethical, dude. You know, I want everyone who works on this to eat well off of this. I want to be the Dan Price of my endeavor. I don't know if you know about Dan Price, but he's a CEO of a company, and he literally pays himself the same amount of money that he pays his employees. Literally, he cut down his. He was actually getting a whole lot more money, but he cut down his own salary in order to just level things out, and that's admirable. You know, that's admirable. But yeah, the robotics guy got back to me, sent me a quick, concise email. I'm a bit worried though because he's a no nonsense type of guy, and I want to bring some nonsense to the table. You know, I'm a very nonsense guy. You know how people say they're no nonsense people? I'm a very nonsense person. So I just hope that I don't clash with him, and hopefully he likes my vision. You know, and he gives me some liberties and whatnot, and a bit of wiggle room to like work with him a bit more. Because I'm just a dude with a vision, you know. And I need the closest thing to a mentor. If I don't want to painstakingly learn how to do all of this and consume unnecessary amounts of time doing so. So I don't know if I told you, but then I'm meeting up with him on the 6th. Kind of wish I could keep busy every single day rather than just chilling in my room. You know, I've been thinking a lot about the setup, the physical setup for the videos which we'll be promoting the pedals in. I need a couple of stuff. I need sorry, this tea is so good. I need a CRT TV. I need a table. I need a green screen. I have like 2 ring lights, but then I imagine I need more light than that. I need ample light for this kind of setup because green screen can mess up at times. Even though I do kind of want to shoot for that very DIY crusty kind of green screen look. I think that's cool. Yeah, so those things. I need to get a PSP again, you know, because I don't know if I told you, but then my cousin, where's my box that I put all my PSP games in? My cousin stole my PSP back in when I was a kid. You know, I don't even know what year it was, so I still have a bunch of the games here. I'm not gonna pull this out, bro. Hold on, let me see if I can switch on the light. Here we go. There you can see a bunch of that's a PS2 game, Naruto. A bunch of PSP games, you know. So I need a PSP again, so that we can have like a very gamey, very, you know, cool ambiance while we talk about the pedals and stuff, like maybe on the TV or on the green screen. I think that would be cool. A nice little blend of talking about pedals and gaming. Might even throw on some Subway Surfers on there to really retain people's attention. Yeah. So yeah, I can see the vision. I can see the vision right now. It's a bit frustrating when you're not really moving at the pace you want to be moving. I don't even know where we would shoot these, but then I'm so determined that I'd find a place. We could either shoot them like in my room right here, like over here, even though it is like a pretty small room, could move this little ugly ass. Sorry that I didn't make my bed. Could move this little ugly ass dresser, like maybe towards the window over there, just so that we have space here to have the green screen, and then the table here. Sorry that my room's such a mess. The table here, and the TV there, and some lights here. That's if we absolutely had to shoot it in my room, shoot the videos in my room. If not, there's like a little back room. Oh damn, that is bright. There's like a little back room over there that's vacant right now. There aren't any tenants in there right now, but then that could change. So it's not like a temporary place. It's not like a permanent place where we could consistently and reliably shoot videos in there. Other than that, my mom's got like a little patio thingy that she's built outside. We could shoot the videos in there maybe. But if we shoot in the back room or in the patio, we would have to, after every shoot, we would have to just tear down the setup and just take it back into my room, because those are not places to just leave the equipment, I don't think. Because like I said, those places could be renovated real quick on the fly. I would like to shoot this kind of thing in my own home, but I'm gonna have to be successful first before I can, do that. Kind of not big on renting right now. Even though I did rent for like the first half of 2024 with a friend. That was pretty cool, but I'm not trying to do that anymore. Yeah, thanks for listening. That's all I have to say right now. Let's go.